as you came in 2016, you were kind of coming into that bull market as it ran up in 2017. And I think by 2018, we kind of went down through that Wyckoff theory, if we were to apply it, into an accumulation phase up until 2020. How did you do in that first cycle? Were you kind of...
Oh, God.
Okay.
I did much like everybody else did.
And before, and we'll keep that as a two-part question. Sure. How did you do there? How did you readjust, plan, and strategize? And how have you done in this cycle?
I would say, because I was thrown in at the beginning of a bull market in 2016, it's pretty impossible to walk away, or it's pretty impossible to enter that market with any sort of skill set or plan. No plan, really, of selling, because I'm buying into this paradigm shift of humanity, and I have no intention of selling for the next 30 years. The reality is everybody else who's coming in at that time has that same mindset. But the problem is there's people 2 cycles before them that have already been down that road and realized that the retracements are real, the retracements are deep, and I'm not holding. So I lost a lot of money in 2018, 2019. And the capitulation, it was just...
Did you hold or did you sell?
I held.
Okay, so you didn't... Again, you don't lose until you sell, I guess, if we want to say that. But, okay.
But it sure felt like a loss.
Right.
It feels like a loss, especially when you're heavily exposed to altcoins. A 95% retracement is a loss. It feels... You go through the same emotions. It's almost... The emotions are the money killer here. And it's understanding that these things can really go quite deep and really go far beyond what you could possibly expect. That really traps people. You're 90% down. It doesn't mean you can't fall another 90%. And that's just unfathomable to somebody who's in their first cycle. How I did this cycle, I did really well up until basically May, the first macro top at 65K. I did really, really well because I was accumulating Bitcoin at 3K, 5K, 9K, 12K. And I was able to sell basically right before the May capitulation. I
think it's like 65, 62.
Well, no, 65 was the top, and I think I got out at 55. There was a big shakeout. Then there was a recovery. Alts went absolutely crazy. That was the all-time high in a lot of alts. And I just made the decision based off of sentiment on Twitter, sentiment on YouTube that, we're probably at a top here and we're going to come down. We were on lower high watch with Bitcoin. It printed a lower high. It broke down, and it broke down in a very big way. So I got out and re-entered after we had a very small mid-cycle reaccumulation of about 3 months, and then it broke out at 40 and then rallied up to nearly 70. That was the bull trap. I got bull trapped on that. And I think a lot of people did, even, crypto OGs, Bitcoin OGs, a lot of people got bull trapped on that because it's we haven't seen it. There haven't been that many cycles, but we hadn't seen it in the past where a dead cat bounce made a new all-time high. So the volume that, hindsight's 2020, I was able to see a lot of the factors that were playing into how that was a dead cat bounce after the fact. But yeah, I got bull trapped and I didn't get out of that position until basically 45. So, the second part of that rally was a wash, and from 45, I was shorting down to 30, and now I'm just cash. So I did all right. Do you now bring like a strategy into play? So I first got into trading in the TA side in 2016, but in Forex. So I don't know why the fuck I picked that girl, but I did. Anyways, probably I would have lost a lot more in crypto.